Hello, Victor here, restoringmercedes.com again. There are 93. Actually, I think it's a 94 even, because now I'm looking at it. I mean, the lights are from the facelift model. Same for the hood. Maybe it's a 94. Well, it is what it is. 500E project here. So today I did install a throttle body. That went in there well, and I also decided this is the new loom here, new wiring. And today I decided to do the lower harness because I wasn't sure if the alternator survived or not. Before you know if the alternator is dead or alive, you got to make sure the wires have no shorts, and these wires were terrible. So I have only one left for the starter, but that I can't do today. It's already cold and it's whatever. For the most part, it's just a single wire now. It's more or less going through grommets. Obviously, it's not good to have it like this because it's completely exposed, just like the old wires used to be. But to get to it is kind of difficult, and to that Bendix connection, you got to take shields off and what have you. So I can't do it. I don't want to do it today. It's just too cold already. The window for my repairs is gone, so that's why this is it. Whatever I could do, I can do. So I got new wires back up there. You can see brown, and I put some heat shrink coloring. The blue is for the blue. Original was blue. There is a black one and there is a green one, and of course the main supply. So the engine oil is in the vehicle. And now we can start it up and see how it runs. I can't run it for too long. Oh yeah, the vacuum line I did. I didn't look at the oil filter for shavings, but I'll take a look later maybe. Alright, so now we have the lights come back on, which is nice. Warning lights to the left. Alright, and e-brake is on. We even have illumination. This is basically how it runs. Got the oil pressure, fuel level gauge, or the sensor rather. That thing is, it comes and goes, it works and it stops. And the fuel pumps making these bizarre sounds because again, whatever fuel is in there, it's there. I changed the fuel filter, so we have the fuel filter replaced. But again, these fuel pumps, I don't put much of the I don't put much hope onto those. So I don't care if they burn because they're cheap fuel pumps. Now my thing is, I want to see the alternator. I want to see the charge here. What do we have? What do we know? 14.2. That's nice. Very nice. Yeah. There, 14.2, man. Oh my goodness. I think the alternator was just shorted out. Well, the blue wire that the one that goes to a cluster, that thing was shorted out, and maybe that's why the alternator smoked. Because right now we don't hear that crazy sound, like sort of whistle whine kind of thing. This is how the engine runs. You see the RPMs are low, but that's how they are, these things. This is our RPMs. And that's, what is that, like 600 and so. But you see some SL 500, which is, this car is like a sibling, or like, you know, the SL 500 motor for the most part. Some of the SLs from this era, they would idle even lower than that. It was permissible to go as low as 500. This one runs at 6 or so. Alright, let's just activate the gear. We're in gear now. Stabilized at around 600, which is normal. All right, that's in park. This is the reverse. Well, my biggest joy today was just to see that alternator charging right now, which is awesome. That's excellent news, because to remove that alternator is a job. This is 500E, man. This thing is all packed in there well. You can't, you don't have much room to do anything. Acceleration. Nice. Well, decent, because it's still an old gas. Look, the oil level came alive. Okay, this car smells so badly, so I can't really run it for too long because all my neighbors are home already. And in between the houses with no wind, this thing stinks. Because again, we need fresh fuel. We need to heat it up. We gotta blow whatever's in the exhaust system, whatever's in the intake, whatever. There's so many ifs. This is the third day when this car was started in 15 years. And this is actually a great result. Absolutely great. Now, I might have a little time tomorrow. I do want to finish that very last wire for the starter. It bothers me like to leave it like this, obviously, because God forbid if it shorts to the ground, it'll start sparking, it'll burn out, and not good. So these are the wires that I also have to repair. They're like broken. I just connected them with, and just twist them together. This is my new loom. It runs right around there. I run it just like SLs. SL 500s, they have the wiring going this way. This is the 500E, for some reason was done differently, but I found to make it go through the grommets and all that all the way down, and then in this area right down in there, I found it to be easier to do it like this versus trying to feed it along with the others. But no can do with that one, unfortunately. That one, that's the wire in itself to be dealt with any other ways. Okay, that's good news. That's the new vacuum line right there, the white one. That one broke when I did the throttle body because it was very, very old. That's the white one over there, over there, over there, over here. So that's good. I do still want all fuses to be replaced with copper fuses. Look at this, one is blown. What is that, number 4? Number 4 is fog light, rear fog light. Okay, well, whatever, we don't care for that one right now. We have other things to deal with. But the heat works, which is nice. I don't want to try the wiper blade because this thing is worn out so badly. Can't do. This one is too short. I don't know what that one is doing there. As you can see, some stickers here saying 2000, 1999 even, which is like 25 years ago basically. But I doubt. I was told that this car ran 15 years ago. 2 filters purchased. One is installed. Fuel filters, because it's definitely going to get messed up, and fuel pumps that are also going to get messed up, most likely, because we're not sure what's in that tank. Here's the old oil filter. These are some old wires here. If you look at them, they're absolutely bare. There's nothing left on insulation. Once I started to pull on them, insulation would just like completely disintegrate, just like that. Same thing for the throttle body, and that is sorted. Lower harness is done, and this is the filter. And you hear like this thing is losing there. This is hideous. This is craziness, but again, we're bringing it back to life slowly but surely. Oh, that's not the wire. I thought it's the wire. The splash shield was present, which is nice because, as you can see, it's slightly different from other cars, and that is great news to have. I wasn't sure if it was present or not. So that's that. So like I said, electric fans kick in, power steering is there. Transmission fluid I didn't check, but transmission engaged, so we're okay there. Power steering is there, like I said. The wheels turn. And that is good. The brake fluid would be nice to replace. Power steering, same thing for that. I put in fresh oil in the engine, so this is the fresh oil here. Obviously it's mixing with whatever's left in the engine from before, so that is that. Obviously air filters to be replaced. So you gotta change the transmission fluid, probably better off. Brake fluid is very dark, and I do have ABS and ASR lights still lit. I don't know what's that about, but so far so good. Lastly, what I want to do, as a matter of fact, maybe we can do it now. I do want to see a drain, if there is any drain on the battery, because last time the battery just went flat in like, I don't know, like a day. And that's a brand new battery here we have. So let's just see if there is any drain on it. The lights come on? Yeah, here's the light come on. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so the light is on. Very low, well, I mean, okay, so we got 250. Now we have to close the trunk. I want to see. Okay, the trunk light is out. 250. Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. There it goes. Okay, the amps. I'm sorry. Wrong one. I think we lost our contact. Okay, that's more like it. 1.4 amps. Okay, just please stay for a little bit longer. No. Please stay. Just like that. I don't want to put my clamps on it. Just wanted to see. Wait a minute. What's going on here? The trunk light does not shut down. Excuse me. Okay, well that's odd. It shouldn't be like that. The switch or something is messed up here. Is the light's lit? Oh boy. Oh, I mean, 1.4 amps still. That's a little high. That's a lot. This light is not a delayed light. It's supposed to come off, shut down, like right away. The doors are, oh, one door is not closed. Let's see. Hopefully. And I have to lock the car, but 1.8 amps. That's a lot. 1.5, 1.8. Jumping now. It's not correct. 1.4 is a lot still. Okay, I don't want to make this video super long. Obviously, I have this bulb that is lit. It shouldn't be lit by any means when you close the trunk. So that's already wrong. Maybe that drained the battery, but being at 1.4 amps is still too high. And the light down in there, the red LED, I mean, not LED. Well, I guess it's LED or whatever, JL audio amps. It's, you know, it shouldn't be lit. Why is it lit? The key's out. That light is still lit. So I assume that something's wrong with the trunk switch here, and it keeps those lights lit as well as the trunk light here. Possibly. Try to lock the car if we can. Door locks seem to activate. I think the lock is broken, that's what it is. We're still at 1.4. That's a lot of amps. It's too much. It's supposed to be like 60 milliamps. It's 1.4. So something is draining. Alright, I gotta figure this out. I gotta check the switches here and see what's going on, because if I remember correctly, there is nothing here. There's nothing here that would shut down the trunk light but the switch. Light's still lit, yep. So, alright, that's to figure out. Maybe something else is shorted, whatever. Alright, I'll just make another addition to the video. And this one is about how engine runs. It's warming up right now. It's a warm-up process. I didn't want to run it in the driveway. The switch here is loose. It's a common thing. It's just the contact points that are worn. The heat, okay, come on, you see what I mean? It's like the contact points are weak. Okay, so here we have heat. AC is obviously, it has no gas in it. Now, this car, oh yeah, the bulb is probably out. Light out indicator, windshield washer indicator. Let's see, what have we here? Alright, let's take a look what we're missing. Okay, so that's good. High beams is good. Brake light is good. The bulb, we're missing the light out and the windshield washer fluid indicator. So again, here's the start. Alright. The air pump is disconnected. Oh yeah, I should have put the lights on. Fuel tank indicator, the fuel level indicator is jumping around a little bit. But I wanted to heat this engine up once more. Subwoofer started working actually. This whole system right there, the equalizer, nothing seems to work actually. Whatever, it's like bolted that way. Yeah. So yeah. Slowly but surely is coming alive. The mirror switch is broken, so, and that mirror is broken too. This is a dimming mirror here, and it seems like it works. Look, it came on, off, minimal, maximum. I would not to actually, I wouldn't probably not use this, because if it starts leaking, then it's gonna be like you can't see, you won't be able to see anything if it starts leaking. But that's pretty neat. We don't have these kind of things here. How about I put some light on it? You see that there's a little switch for the dimming. Yeah, the mirror is already sort of delaminating in there a little bit, so I probably wouldn't use dimming function. Better off not, because now it's, you can clearly see what's behind you, but if it leaks, then we're gonna have bad news. Again, we have bad gas and all. The revs. The exhaust is decent. But again, we got, yeah, you know, it's a work in progress. This window has to go up a little bit. Ugh! The regulator on this one is bad. So it's not even moving, so I tried to put it up a little bit, but this is where we are. That window is open a little bit. Door locks seem to work from the trunk, at least. I don't remember about this door, but as you see, the engine, the springs are broken here, so you have to hold the hood. Yeah, I don't hear that sound from the alternator, and I don't smell it anymore. I guess it was just grounded off. Shorted to a ground. That's bad news. But once I did that lower harness, oh, the oil is still very, very black. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Well, I know that's fresh oil in there, all right. Look, it's just mixed up with the old one so quickly. It's a lot of dirt in the engine, not dirt, but old oil. So yeah, obviously it has to be flushed one more time, but the engine runs really, really good. It's very, very, very surprising. We have a bulb, lonely bulb. Yeah, we have some rear lights that seem to work. That's good. License plate illumination, one of them. The other one is not working, just one, but nonetheless we got something. The side light is not good. Let me see if I have fog lights to come on at least, because maybe those are still alive. Switch is bad. Oh yeah, headlight switch is totally destroyed. Doesn't even... Whoa, that's surprising. We have both headlights to come on actually. Wow, okay, cool. But the switch for the fog light is not good. It's like just forced it and now it's stuck again. Now that's it. The lights. Okay, so the headlight switch for sure to be replaced. But again, I just want to like heat it up to operational temperature. Let it work. Let it run. Let it do its course. Some water vaporized. Very nice. If it's hot, obviously it would be very nice for it. So it vaporizes whatever the moisture that has been accumulated over all these years, plus the exhaust and all that. So we're gonna do that. Then tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna do that wire, and then the bulbs. Maybe I'll put the bulbs in now. Those bulbs that are missing, I think they used to work. I don't remember. Maybe they burnt out, whatever. So the more you do, the better it becomes. So for that reason, see, it moves. That's good. Yeah. And again, now, at least, without shorted alternator, I can actually run the engine. So, before I would run it when the alternator would smoke. So that's bad news, because you're stressing the whole wiring, whatever. Something catches on fire, or whatever the case is, batteries draining. That's all bad news. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, like, I have a few things to do. I wanted to get rid of these bulbs. I don't know what's that about, but I'm gonna connect the computer tomorrow and put it onto diagnostic and see what we got. Window regulators and what have you, that's a different story. Maybe not this winter, maybe some other time. Seats, that one seemed to be lifted, so maybe somebody went and looked underneath the seat for some reason. Whatever the reason was, I don't know. The shade is stuck. Let's see the brakes. Let's see if the brakes come on. Yeah, third brake light seems to be out, but the other brakes, as you can see, brakes, at least the rears, the tail lights come on. Well, antenna is broken, but again, slowly but surely, as long as the engine runs and transmission engages, I'm really happy with this. And then we'll move along with the little things, but maybe not this season, some other time. And exhaust seems to be decently quiet. The engine is not ticking or knocking. Yeah, lots of smoke. That's understandable, because there's lots of moisture, and the exhaust is probably like all filled up with moisture, maybe water even. So, but this is vapors. These are vapors. And because the car does not have check engine light, this is Euro version vehicle, so then I can't see if the oxygen sensor works or not. I have to connect my computer and actually read the actual values when the engine is warmed up to see if oxygen sensor works. Plus, I would like to know for myself to see what is the reading for the oxygen sensor, if it runs lean, rich, what have you, one way or the other. I want to know that. And that's basically where we are. So far so good. Fuel pumps will need to be replaced again, because one of them is like noisier than the other, but hey, it runs for now. Those are cheap pumps, And that's the reason why 2 filters were purchased, because once this gasoline is burnt out, then you know, you're gonna fill it up, maybe run one more full tank, and get that filter to catch, and these pumps obviously, filter in those pumps to catch all the dirt and whatever debris inside the tank from full to low. And it'll be mixed up and whatever, so it's gonna drain, most of it will drain out, and then it will be captured by the filter, well, most of it, and then you replace fuel pumps and the filter again. And that way you don't care for these pumps, so they're like $50 pumps. So okay, the cluster is somewhat out, so I can actually check out on the bulbs, and so far so good, because it is cold, and I have the heat, thank God for that, so I can actually check up on the bulbs in the cluster and do a couple of things. So far so very good. Very surprised that it turned out to be this way, so we're gonna move along. All right, so now this is definitely gonna be the end for today, and this is Victor, RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.